So I'm ready to go live. I'm so ready to go live. Good morning to all those in Central Africa time. Good evening to all those that are in American time. And wonderful to see you to those who catching the replay. I am J Essence Journey, and I'm here to talk to you about something that is heavy on my heart. I actually probably going to sit here and get all of this stuff out so I can say to get it out. And I don't care if I have two listeners or if I have 2,000 listeners. Um, I need to say some things because one, I really do feel like this is the opportunity I get to vocalize the words that have been internalized inside of my mind, head, body space. But the other piece is to officially give a warning about something I think you know, but to understand what shapes what needs to happen and shapes where we're going. And I'm not trying to sound all conspiracy theory, but that is the world that we're running into. So, for those who clicked, thank you for clicking. But the warning, this is the one thing that you need to know about in 2023. That title itself is a title that drives us and our curiosity. Hello, Andre. Hello, Zevlon. Much love to you guys. Hello from Toronto. And what I want to say is that based on, let me give you some of the history of what we're working with. So we're all going into 2003. We're all going into this new world. We're all dealing with um this news and trying to figure out stuff and knowing that there's an economy of recession. We are seeing people with the side hustles and like event space and conscious living and water and things to do to get a man, keep a good woman, what you're supposed to be doing. We're watching the TikToks with the information here. We're watching the updates and all of these different things. And what I've recognized from one being on the end of a content creator, um, this is what you need to do for reels, what you need to do for this, what you need to do for this, is there's one to two things. One, as a content creator, every other month, there is a new method to gain likes, subscribers, or watch time. There is a new method to do Facebook ads. There is a new method to do promotions. There's a new way to get your information out. And it has become such a sales tactic on how to become the new. And this is important because I'm about to tell you why I'm giving you this information. And you are running an additional race on making sure that you know all of these tactics. And if you think about the progression of what things have gone, because there's a new algorithm, there's a new plan, there's and I can't remember who did it first. It was like um, Instagram was hot on showing pictures. That's all they did until Snapchat came along. And then after Snapchat, then it was TikTok, and then TikTok did the reels. And so now Instagram is on the reels, and then now YouTube is doing the YouTube shorts. And if you want to know the backdrop behind all these things, YouTube gives the most financial money, but they used to never give money on the shorts, and now they're giving money on the shorts. So there's a whole play here, and there's a whole play behind being a YouTube influencer and all of this other stuff and trying to make financial money from this. I'm giving you the breakdown because the longer you can keep somebody on your platform, the more that platform will reward you. So, what they're trying to do for you as a content creator is get you to keep people on their platform. So for you right now, if you're watching, YouTube wants me to do whatever it takes to keep you watching my video. So I am supposed to be giving you this information or giving you that information, whatever entices you to stay on my platform. YouTube is going to reward me, whatever it takes. Okay. Therefore, what I'm telling you now is that you have to recognize your value. Because what we always talk about is, oh, your spiritual value. No, no, no. The one value you have, your one commodity, the one thing that truly makes sense that you need to know in going to 2023 is that your worth is your time. Your time is your is the highest commodity you absolutely have. And that is not what we're used to. We're used to being like, oh, where my money goes. No, let's think about it. How much does Netflix actually spend on making a movie? When you look at Netflix, they have all of this content that they have self-made because they just want to keep you on the Netflix platform because they want to make sure that you're always having something to do because it's your time. They want your time. They want you binge watching. They want you doing this. They want you doing that. TikTok, because as long as you're consumed into that space, you are the commodity. You are the algorithm. So I say that because I say, I don't want to say you because you is preachy. You have no idea of the value of your time. And if you start taking the value of your time and treating it like the platinum status that it is, there will be so much more peace to you and peace to the BS that comes around you that people are not going to stand because they are coming for. Oh, I sound like conspiracy theory, but they are coming for it. Trust me. All of the sales that are coming, 50% off, buy my course, do this, do that. There is really almost say nothing new underneath the sun. Like, I have no problem with you buying courses. I think you should buy courses. I do. I think you should buy knowledge. I think you should buy information. I think you should do something. But I also feel like um some people inundated with different things. Like, I think you just need to know your worth. And I think that what happens is we think our worth is a financial thing, and your worth is time. Your worth is time. What can you get for your time? What are you bringing into my realm? What are you doing that is building me up? I should not, honestly, too, I should not be buying something and oh yeah, I'm gonna say that one. I should not be buying something that's taking me more time to get something done. Like I remember having people who I hired, I would say like for social influence. Yeah, for social influence and branding. And I was having to do back work on the back end. That is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Like my accountant, I don't talk to my accountant. I don't talk. I send him a message like every 2 weeks. um he gets my receipts and then he actually calls me and he takes over my computer. That is what's supposed to happen. When I spend my money, I should not have to be helping you on the back end. And so we always talk about time is money. And time is more valuable than money. And so when I am talking to you right now about your influence and stuff, and so if you want me to get into Rhonda, I'm about to get you into Rhonda, whatever else like that. But what I'm here to tell you right now is that you have no idea. So if you are an entrepreneur or if you're on the business end, trust me on this one. I'm about to get into this. But right now, what I want to tell you is hardcore. You have no idea about the algorithm of what it takes to turn around and be heard and be seen. And so if you're getting into that, you need to budget and plan for that accordingly. Um, but on the other end, if you are a consumer, If you're a person who the time that you are scrolling, the time that you're doing all this other stuff, understand that value of your time. And my favorite saying that I did not recognize that I came into 2022 with, that I am holding on to 2023, is okay. And I've had people, and such and such and such and such, and you did this and you did this. Okay. And I don't know if that's gaslighting. I don't know what that is. And I don't think I gave a dig on it. I didn't. And it's not to be disrespectful. I heard you. I got you. Cool. Okay. Why? Because y- your feelings, but I honestly don't feel like, for me, following through with that issue any further. That issue has presented itself. That issue is going to do what it's going to do. I cannot give anything else to that issue. I cannot change it. I'm not in a position of change. So it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. It's going to stay where it's going to stay. Okay. I rather focus on other things. So when it comes to me talking to you regarding my YouTube channel or anything else, for the work that I have done, I have really decided in my heart of hearts that for me, my YouTube channel is going to stay a channel where I document my progress. That's it. If you're coming in, you're going to document what we've done for My Cousin Connection, which I got to give a shout out and blessing to. We're documenting the work that I've done with Hatima Farms. We're documenting the things that I've done in Rwanda if it's pertaining. I am not chasing subscribers. I don't care. I don't care about the amount of likes or followers. And that's not any disrespect. I am so appreciative to every single person, to the point of, you guys hold me in such an awe of amazement. And I feel slightly bad because you have given me what I've asked for. Like I said, hey, y'all, we're building a literacy center. In literally 30 days, we are $2,000 away from the maximum goal. I'm, I'm in awe that the level of respect that you have for the work that I do and the vision I see. I am in 100% awe that you trust me with the vision to go forward the way that I do. Oh my gosh. I love you for it. But the truth of the matter is, if you want me to perform at the level you expect me to complete the literacy center, to do the things you need to do, I have to not do this for the sake of the algorithm, but do this work for the sake of the work. And so I can't be sitting here chasing the numbers. I got to chase the purpose. And so I have to go out with the idea of faith that the purpose is going to propel me forward. Because um even with the literacy center, like I said, I'm being transparent, so you go. So even with the literacy center, the literacy center, number one, the amount of marketing I could be doing with the literacy center, I haven't done that level of marketing. I have not done that level of marketing of talking. That is the goal to do in January. The first thing, I want to be transparent. Like this is it, because this is probably going to be the last one, so I'm going to talk to you guys. To be transparent, I work a United States 7:30 to 2:30 job schedule, Monday through Friday. I teach online virtually. And when I say I teach online virtually, that is lesson plans, that is testing, that is a 7-hour school day, that is lunch duty, that is classroom management, that is grading, that is a full time teaching schedule. That's not just click in and click out. No, we have PLCs. It is a full time teaching schedule. After that, I do tutoring 3 hours a day. So I have a caseload that carries me about 15 hours. Then I do curriculum development, which carries me about 10 hours a week, where I'm doing curriculum development. These are those jobs. I also work My Cousin Connection over here, which Emmanuel does a great job. and I work Hatima Farms fully. Um, so the time that I have is scheduled in, and I'm giving you this because I'm being transparent with what it takes for me to do the things that I do. And that's what it takes. Like that's what it takes for me to become whatever I say, like with this entrepreneurship. Get off my toe. We got a new dog. Um, and he likes the big toe, and I don't know why you like the toe. Nobody can, right now. I'm working. Don't do this. Here, play with this. There you go. Play, 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 play. Okay. So pay attention to all of these things that are happening. And this is this formula and cycle. And so when I say it's time to do the work, I and in this cycle for 2022, I had YouTube, I had video, and I tried to hire somebody to help me with that, and it just did not go the way I needed to go. And I did not have the mental strength to train somebody to do what I knew needed to be done and pay them top dollar to do what needed to be done. So I felt like my YouTube was coming off. And then on top of that, let's talk about content. Then I need to do shorts, and I need to do reels, and I need to be doing the Rwanda. TikTok, TikTok. Come visit Rwanda. Like, dude, no, no. There's going to have to be a point where if you're following, you're following. If you're doing, you're doing this and all this other stuff. And I am not being conceited enough to say, you guys need to do this. Like, no, I just cannot put myself in that realm. I'm going to have to put the prayer out there that people know how to find us or whatever else like that. Because it was getting problematic for me to pay people to do the type of branding and marketing that needed to be done, and me have the knowledge of what needs to be done, but I not have the time. Remember when I said this is the one thing you have to be conscious about? It is your time. I know what time is worth. I know what I'm willing to pay, but I'm not going to pay that amount of money and you not doing that amount of time. That's a serious word there. Like you have to know those pieces. And so the outset is like being quiet for the last 2 weeks as much as I could be. Because I've really dedicated the last 2 weeks to family and being still. We had a major Christmas party for our staff. We had some birthdays that we celebrated big time, and then we had Kwanzaa celebrations that I got to celebrate with my nieces and nephews. And like we took care of family, and then I'm taking care of some other business on the other end of other things, and getting back into the work schedule. And so the piece that's going to happen for me, and let me say this one thing. I'll put in this other piece. I noticed brain fog. I noticed like my mom would say something to me or somebody, and I was just like, I mentally cannot think right now. Like I could not think. And so, um, you won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. So that it comes to the point where it was like, I absolutely love my followers, my supporters, my subscribers. When I asked about, do you want my cousin connection, they showed up in doing that. We did my cousin connection. We currently take care of visas. We are known. We were invited to the presidential New Year's Eve celebration ball. That was a joyous occasion for me. That was a joyous occasion for Emmanuel. It was absolutely beautiful to see the president and the first lady and to hear them speaking, and then just to have an evening of celebration that celebrated 2022. And he said it's time to do the work in 2023. And we clicked our glasses and said, let's do it. To have an organization that was recognized is as being valuable enough to be in the room. And so sitting down with my colleague in that sense, or Emmanuel, to say, what is the work that we're doing that will keep us in the room? And, we sat down and kind of had our bullet points like, this is what we're going to do. And then I did not say in there, YouTube was part of the work. YouTube is a vehicle that gets us out there. So that's why the YouTubing and all that other stuff, and I'm giving it to you guys. You need to make sure that you're following the people that input into you. Please, because like if I could plead anything, there's so much mess. There's so much mess and clutter and blah, and it's going to discombobulate you. And the problem is that we really want to gravitate towards what we want to hear and not necessarily what we need to hear. And sometimes the numbers tell you that the people who have really good information might have low numbers, and the people who have stuff that feed the sharks have really good numbers. And I'm not saying this is all the time or all the cases. I'm just saying that just know the difference that there's people that are chasing, just know the difference between chasing numbers and chasing facts. If somebody's giving facts like Neil, who's the black astronaut dude? He's all day about facts. Like he does not look at numbers. Like just know the difference between facts and numbers. Just know the fact difference between facts and numbers. And so for me, I was so busy trying to get my numbers back at one point in time because I lost so many numbers like that hurt. But for me to go forward with Hatima Farms, where we need to go, for me to go forward with the Literacy Center, for me to go forward and to keep my mental health and everything, because the one worry I do have, um, YouTube will just be a space where I get to document the growth and journey. The YouTube will be a space where I get to come in and check in. YouTube be a space where you guys can see what's going on with Haltima Farms, what's going on with the Legacy um, Literacy Center, what's going on with those things. Probably will come back a couple times and ask for um, a way to do newsletters and different things so I can have that time to check that in. Um, would love to be able to find somebody to take care of that monthly report when that comes in, but also a stickler on quality control and having that respect in. So, wanting to get that piece out the way, wanted to make sure to tell you guys and to tell myself that time is the variant, time is the valuable one. Time is like the circle. Who is this? Oh Jesus, boy, that person scared me. Um, it is the end all be all. I don't think that we understand the true value of time, and to be able to talk about that. Um, the other piece, I think I'll just get off the chest so we can get this done. Is I talked to my friend Sarah. Sarah's so cute. I'm gonna go ahead and blast her out there. Sarah and I talked December 31st. Sarah and I talked December 31st. And Sarah has nothing to do with moving to Rhonda. Sarah is like 26 and she's like, "Oh my gosh, like you're doing it. You're in Rhonda and you're an entrepreneur." And she's like, it must be amazing. Like you're doing what you're doing and you have like this work-life balance and you get to be with your family and you get to, follow your dreams. Oh my gosh, what is it like? And I was like, y'all forgive me. Fuck YouTube. I said, I said, being an entrepreneur is some bullshit. And she was like, and I was like, it's some bullshit. Being an entrepreneur is some bullshit. And she was like, and I said, yeah, like, and she's like, tell me more. And I was like, first of all, I said, let me say this the right way. Let me not sit here and say be an entrepreneur is some bullshit and like fuck entrepreneurship. What I'm saying is that it is absolutely, positively nothing like you are seeing in social media where people sit there and they got their bag and they're smiling and they're sitting here and you got them clocked in and they got their little glasses up there in the meeting and everything else like that. Like people are selling the idea of entrepreneurship like it's a trend. It is not. Entrepreneurship is 4 a.m. wake ups, midnight, spreadsheets. It's looking at bottom lines. It is firing people. It is hiring people. It is going through people and realizing that they are not bringing the skill set. It is being the master of what you know. It is being the only person at the table with your vision who understands your vision and what you're talking about and talking to 10 different people 10 different times to understand what your vision is to get it done. It is having to find the money over and over again to do it itself. It is carrying 2 to 3 different jobs so you can fund what you need to do and do it over and over again. It is finding packaging and doing it and figuring it out. It is sacrificing family and having to have those hard conversations until this can get it right. It is finding procedures over and over. It is sacrificing. It is not being able to go out to this event to go here. It is sitting here trying to find networking to do all this other stuff. It is the science to figuring out this bottom line so you can turn around and figure out how much you need to spend in order so you can figure out this percentage of how much you need to make. And it is absolutely fair. There is so much work in entrepreneurship. It is market analysis, it is surveying, it is training teams and finding this out. It is putting in so much in the beginning to know whatever it is at the end. It is learning math in such a new way. It is trying to figure out your leverage on what needs to happen. It is being freaked out because you have no health insurance for a while and making sure that you're 100% healthy because nothing can happen to you because you're needing to do this. It's trying to figure out what are you going to do with retirement and knowing that this has to go over. It is being relentless in the cause and sacrificing so much so you can turn around and get to where you are. That's why when you turn around and ask me, and I love you, so I must tell you the truth, it is not pretty. It is not something that I want to sit here and it is hard. And I'll say it here. It is, and it's my responsibility because it's my dream, it's my purpose. Now, if I can say all these things to you and you still have the vision, it's yours to take. I'm not saying by any means not to go into entrepreneurship. I'm not saying by any means not to be your own boss. I'm saying that if you have a vision and you have a purpose and you're not afraid to get muddy and dirty and you know you're going to have sweat and scars and you're supposed to have it and you fight for it and go through it, you do it. Not everybody's called, but they're out there making it seem like everybody can do it. No, you cannot. Not everybody is truly called to be an entrepreneur. What's that? The one thing where people said, a salary is the get on for this. A salary is the such and such that they call to make you give up on your dreams. Bump that. But a salary, a job is something that you get to have in order to secure your future. Don't you dare let me just go ahead and cut shit on people who work a 9 to 5 and show up every single day and get things done and secure a lifestyle for people. Don't you dare, because those are the people who are funding your business. So don't you look at people a certain type of way because they're doing this or whatever or whatnot. They fund who you are. You just got a call to do something, but not everybody is truly called. Just because you had a vision or you have a picture in your head of what you think you're supposed, if your picture has you in the picture doing something, that ain't your vision. Your vision is supposed to be for the generation or the 5 people down who are using your product, who are changing lives. That's your vision. Your vision does not have you at the realm, me and this dog, does not have you at the realm going like this. That's your ego. That's your ego. Your vision, your vision is supposed to be the vision of the people who have used your product and how it has impacted. And changes. It changes because being an entrepreneur is like being a parent and it is selfless. It is not the same it was. Like, I'm about to read this comment, but even like when it came to Hatima Farms, when I first started it, it was only about urine and manure. I spent a year like we are on urine and manure. We are fertilizing. And when I really paid attention to the market and when I saw how much money has gone in, the amount of money that has gone in to take care of freaking rabbits, I must be crazy, y'all. I must be crazy. But the amount of money that has gone in. Now, when I started to really sit down and calculate these costs and to check out my market and to look at you, okay, so Uganda, Kenya uses urine really big. So when I started calculating what they were doing in Kenya, and I was like, This ain't enough yield. Now we sell rabbit meat. And trust, believe, y'all about to get sick. There's about to be four more things on a rabbit we sell. Oh, from the rooted to the tootie. There is nothing I'm afraid of on a rabbit. But I had to grow outside myself and become an entrepreneur and not get squeamish on certain things. Like just like when people talk about chitlins. I ain't got not a near problem with selling not a near chitlin. Because somebody was talking about I grew up with the KKK. And so somebody was talking about, such and such racism, whatever like that. I grew up with the KKK. Ask me how many times the KKK banned me out their store. Not a nair, not a nair, because money is green. And when you have to turn around and make money, bottom line is bottom line. And so those are things you have to make decisions on. All right, let me see, Antonio. Sorry. I agree. So much is happening that everybody feels like you're trapped in an oil drum and everybody's beating on it. A lot of noise and distractions. I know. I don't know what you were talking about that part on, and I apologize. But yeah, definitely if you want to say those things. So when it comes down to entrepreneurship, which I was talking to Sarah about, it was just like, and here's the thing I loved about that. After we had this conversation, she says, I feel you. And she's like, and I agree with you. And then I was like, so if you're not afraid of what I just said, you can keep going. But I was like, I just want to get out of this mentality of the prettiness of business. It's not. Like you will feel like you are insane. Like nobody in the beginning ever appreciates your innovation. Nobody wants to change things. You will feel as if you are crazy. Crazy. Nobody knows the troubles. And so I know that, and that's one thing where we talk now, and I'm going to bring this thing a full circle of like what I said with the YouTube. For me, the YouTube is going to document the process because I already know with the literacy center, dude. Like, I have to stop calling it a literacy center and just call it a library because people don't understand what a literacy center is. When I was sitting there talking to certain meetings, they were like, "What do you mean? Like it's closed during school hours? Like a literacy center supports the school." Um, and so I was just like, "Library." And so the big thing for me is let me have 100% control of it. And they were like, okay, cool. Like, because I have learned that and in working out here in order to create the vision, in order for me to go to the next steps, I have to be 100% control of it. And I also know that the next step is that I can't run it as the director. I have to run it as the CEO, which means that the person who directs, that's my first major hire, which also means that that's my first big training. That's like a 2-month training program because I'm going to have to train that person as a teacher and director. And once again, the innovation that has to go into that. Like I've been in there. So that's one thing where it's like I need to have 100% control. I'm not going to I have a partner who gets to say this or say that. No, I need to be able to have 100% control because I've been in business before. I've entrepreneured this before. And so it's going to have to work this way. I have to be, and this is part of, it's really hard because like I have to be an asshole. Like I really want to be a nice person. You get to learn these things. And it's like, no, I have to be a bitch. I have to sit here and say, no, I want things this way. No, I want things this way. This is what I want. This is the end result. How do I make this happen every day? How do I make this happen each way? How do I get to do these things this way? And then people be like, well, no, you need to do this. No, you need to do that. And it's like you want to be nice and you want to take those suggestions, but I don't want those results. When people do it this way, this is the results. Do you want to eat? Because you never make this much noise. Um, come here, Bucky. Come here. Oh, you want to leave? There you go. Go be free. Okay. Um, Bucky, don't you dare pee. Oh, he heard somebody in the kitchen. That was what's up. Bucky heard somebody in the kitchen because it's not time for him to eat yet. Okay. Um, it's just what you have to do to survive. I'm sorry. So if you guys have any questions, um, because like I said, I don't know, like that being like, I don't feel like I'm coming onto a live for a while, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Like everything I will be doing, it's not like you will never see J Essence again. It's just more so like I now get to be the controller of my own fate. Um, but I don't want to be carrying the weight of what I feel. Like I'll be honest with you, I probably spent about $600 to $700 working through social media last year, like having somebody post and everything. And I love my little girl who posts, and I'll probably have her do a couple more things for me because I did like her. But I took away like the need of I need somebody to post every month. No, I'm good. I'm not trying to get into the shorts reel. Like I noticed that when I started looking at analytics and I was like, I need to get more reach. Let's talk to her about this. And I was like, no, I will have her do reels because let's just get some shorts up there. I'm cool. Um, but I don't want to spend that money on there. And let me be honest with you, $700 out here. If I spent $700 on her doing reels, um, $700 is staffing for a month. Easy, easy, easy. $700 is cages. Yeah, rabbit cages, like maybe 100 rabbit cages because we make ours from scratch. So the wires, like 20 cages because it's two different wires. So one wire is 65, the other wire is 75. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like at this point in time, like I said, what my focus is on. Um, so I'll put this prayer out now. Dear God, let those who need to find me. Let the focus that I need to be onto the businesses that you put inside of me and reached out to the masses. Let me sell rabbits. Let me build Hatima Farms up. And like I said, in the January, February, we move in the way that we are supposed to operate and move. And everything that you put inside of me for the last, 2.5 years, God, thank you. 2.5 years now starts bearing its fruit. So much fruit to the plant that is replanted again, and we start growing an orchid. Thank you for this harvest. Amen. All right. Any other questions, comments? I really would love to hear from y'all. So go ahead and put in the comments and subscribe and all that other stuff below. Um, I will say, for the sake of being smart, I'll probably talk to Emmanuel and check SEO for everything that we have. And I'll probably do one major marketing run to make sure that we are discoverable on every single thing between My Cousin Connection 365 Rhonda and Optima Farms, but that we're findable, that we're findable, that we can do whatever we need to do. But in the essence of being smart and in the essence of being things, I'm spending the next two things, 2 days. And I'm going to sit here and say this. This is not a 2003 resolution. I really did not write down any resolutions this year. I did not do a vision board. I didn't do any of those things. And it's not anything to be in disrespectful. It was, I'm already on the journey. Like, I'm already in this process of reflecting. The biggest thing that I appreciated is that because of Christmas and the new year, all of my jobs stopped moving. So I had time to re collaborate. Like, I was so appreciative of the time. Like, y'all don't understand when I say work. Like, there's stuff here, there's papers here, there's here, book that we have to read here, there's charter school applications here. There's curriculum that I'm editing. I need to get that done here. There's sped list here. There's anger charts here. There's testing documents here. There's writing samples here. Dude, it's that's what this is. That is what this is. Also, I wanted to shout out who's this guy on Instagram, Mahid Mahdi. What's his last name? Woodard. He is the best. He started a chat series that I thought was absolutely phenomenal. And he was like, and I want you to ask that question if you're following somebody. He said, bump all these social media entrepreneurs, like people who are showing you the bag that they sitting here. I made 6 figures in 2 months. He said, mm-mm, tell me how you started. Tell me how you started. And like that entire, I don't even have my phone, but yes, I do. That entire thread was so beautiful. Like, tell me how you started. Um, because those people who are really, really in business, dude, that I'm trying to see if I can find them. People who were like, man, I maxed out my 401k. I lived with my mama, and it was like 2 to 3 years before I turned an even profit. And then the next year I was do this. Man, like that is the truth. Like I want to normalize telling the truth, telling the truth in these stories. Um, I'm trying to find, well, okay, his name is Mahdi Woodard. Um, and he's hands down one of the best people I do follow for business type advice. Um, because um, and I think actually listening to him had me come to this conclusion because he does a master reels class and he does all this other stuff. And I was like, "Do I purchase it?" And that's when I realized I don't wanna purchase it because I know he's so good at what he does, and I know that I would be able to get the followers, but I was like the only reason why I didn't is, like, there's no for farming, my the, my audience for farming here in Rhonda is not on Instagram. Otherwise, man, I would follow that and, like, totally do it. And then, it was so, he's like his stuff is really good. But yeah, he was talking about idolizing people on social media and everything. Like he just posts a lot. And so it's really, really good advice. But he was really talking about the beginning. And so I love that post because like nobody started rich in the beginning. Not nobody. Like people were talking about how they were working their full-time job and doing this on the side. People were talking about how they saved up like 2 years of savings and all this other stuff. People were talking about how they went broke and I had to go back to work and came back again. And I was just like, thank you. Like, normalize the truth because being an entrepreneur is not about being all up in the streets um, and being cute in it. It is hard freaking work. Hard freaking work. I might actually just send him a message because I am trying to normalize the thank yous in life. All right. So, for those who caught this live later, my thing that I said is the one thing I want you to know is how valuable your time is. And not like, oh, valuable your time. No, baby, you are an algorithm. You are the algorithm. You are the prize. You are Sierra. Where it was like my goodies, not my goodies. So wherever you spend your time, there are people valuing for your time. So it's that clickbait. It is we want your ear. It is not about your dollar. Your ear comes first, your dollar comes second. So wherever you put your eyes on and you spend your time, you are the prize. So you can be the stuck up girl in the club who just is walking by people, dissing people, because wherever you put your attention to, they are dancing and doing everything to get your attention. You are the prize, you are the algorithm. Number two, YouTube is doing whatever it takes to keep you on their platform. Same for Snapchat, same for Facebook, same for Instagram. Therefore, they are giving you clickbait content all the time to keep you drawn in. Now, because your attention span is as short as it is, that is why the reels and the shorts and the TikToks are getting more play. Um it used to be like YouTube were like this long. Now, so they want you on YouTubes that are this long. So in order to get that, they're giving you the stuff that keeps you drawn in, which is like your conspiracy theories, which is your stuff that gets you emotional, which is like your big long interviews. But these are also catered to um your interest. So whatever you've been clicking on is what's going to pop up. So that's one thing where like you do have to be careful. I would almost do like a dummy account. Like if you know you're about to watch some stuff that you don't really want to watch, like I'm not going to lie to you. When Elon Musk was jacking up Twitter, baby, that was my popcorn in a bag. I love watching people people like okay, I'm sorry, that was like my guilty pleasure because everybody was talking about how Elon Musk was a genius, and I was like, how is Elon Musk a genius? Like, so this was me and my hating state. Like, I could not figure out what was ingenious about Elon Musk. Like, I just could not figure out. Like, I just don't understand why. So when I found out mediocrity mayonnaise was jacking up Twitter, oh, I lived for every notification. And so the problem is, it's like I was clicking, clicking, clicking. Like I spent 3 days reading every one of his mess ups. I loved it. Guess what all my notifications are now? So what I probably should have done, even though it's more work, is I probably should have had like a dummy account, like one of my old accounts. And so when I want to read something that is messy, but it's really not my regular notification, I would go to that dummy account and then I would click it and do that something. Or when I want to be nosy and I want to read something that, but I know that's not my regular notification, like when Derek John was doing his stuff, I would go to the dummy account, read it underneath that, but not get because I don't want Derek John notifications. So anytime I want to go down a rabbit hole, like go into a dummy account and go down that rabbit hole, but not on my regular account because what they're going to do is they're going to give you those notifications and keep them popping up, keep them popping up, keeping up. For all of those who want to support, please, please. I know I say all this. Please, please continue to support. My Cousin Connection has a support page. We have the Literacy Center, all that other stuff. But I want you to know that you are the prize. Please, please, please know that people are out here just trying to get your attention because once we can get your attention, it's the same with Netflix, it's the same with binge watching, and spend some time being with you. I do not know what it's like in America. I do not know the noise. I do not know everything, but it's your attention that matters the most. And I'll be honest with you, if your peace is divided, that's it. That's it. That's absolutely it. Because like and like I said, I'm going down conspiracy theories and all that other stuff, but like I feel like that's where they can get you. Like, if your piece is divided, that's when you going and you eating your fast food because you're stressed out. You haven't cooked. You haven't done anything. You like that's where everything else can creep in. Where is your corporation place, like your buys and everything else? When you won with the earth and you won in alignment and everything's going your way, like you curb. Like I don't need to do that. Last minute buy. Like let me say this: when you won with yourself. You can walk into Target, you can buy the one item on the shelf, and you can walk out. You are not swayed. You have everything that you need. You are zen. But when you're not one with yourself, or when you sitting there looking at somebody else's stuff and you done went over to Patty's house and she got this and she got that, then you walking into some place and you be like, but I want that, but I want that. Like, so let's be honest, the prize is you. You are the prize. You are the top person in charge. And whenever you are not one with yourself, whenever you got other things going on, that's why your time is the valuable thing. Because when you have time and you spend it with yourself and not into all these other different things, I don't know. Like I said, I'm probably just talking crazy, but I have said everything I wanted to say, got off my mind. Um, literacy. Ooh, oh, today is Monday. I got work to do. Let me get this curriculum done. Um, um, Yeah, so this will be my page, going back to things, will be given for updates. Subscribe. If you guys have friends who be like, you know what, this chick, she's doing some things. We just want to shout her out. We want to support her. Just subscribe to her. Do that. Go ahead and send time out to do that because I'm still going to be posting and doing things, but I'm doing me. Like I am focused on doing me, and I'm going to love that. So, peace and goodbye.